She got the juice, huh? Who let her loose, huh? Catch her reppin' H-Town, chunk up the deuce, huh? I be bowling on them, I'm playing full court. Feelings I don't have none, I'm snapping up my passport. I'm flying overseas, I'm in love with yachts and islands. Chanel bag with the slides, I don't need a stylist. This a big drip, now that's a big...
What's up, y'all? It's your girl DJ Superstar here with another episode of She Got the Juice. And first of all, it seems like I have been away for a long time. It really has been. But anyway, thank you to everybody that has been checking out the podcast. And thanks to everybody that has subscribed to She Got the Juice. I appreciate the love. So listen, what's been going on with y'all? This is a safe space. She Got the Juice is used to inspire and motivate through music and storytelling, some of my favorite things. So before we get into everything that has been going on in the city and around the U.S., I want to just give y'all a couple of some random thoughts that's been going. Well, first of all, wait, let's rewind. Thank you to everybody that showed up to my She Got the Juice pop-up last Thursday at Booked HTX, right? I appreciate everybody that came out to support, because you make time for the things that you really want to. So shouts out to Grace and Grit Fitness. I'm looking at my notes because I'm, Grace and Grit Fitness, Foyer Med Spa, Chef Alphys, Bar Divas, Mac Time, and my girl Adana. I appreciate all of my sponsors, and make sure y'all keep it, y'all stay tuned for my next pop-up and the next conversation piece. So anyway, with that being said, let's get into my 3 random thoughts, all right? So just random. Why is it that people text you to call me? I never understand. I don't get it. Like the time that you spend to put, hey, Superstar, call me. Why are you texting me to call you? I don't get it, right? Another thing that I have noticed is why is Mad the new not liking me thing on Instagram, I guess. My daughter came to me the other day and was like, Mommy, such and such is mad at me. They're not liking any of my pictures. And I'm like, what? Is this what y'all doing now? And as adults, that's what some of y'all do too. So parents, please teach your kids not to, be so whack, because they do grow up to be whack adults, okay? So let's try to change that narrative. Anyway, I am going to introduce my guest for this evening. I wanted to do something kind of serious, and plus I've been seeing her around town, in H-Town, in the community and everything, and I love her vibe. I love what she's doing and what she stands for, and she's actually running for district attorney in the primary, March 3rd, 2020. Y'all, let's give it up for my girl, Audia.
Hello.
I feel like I always have to sing when I say
You are
name.
So funny. That works. I like the way
Audia,
it sounds. It sounds
Audia
good.
Forda. Am I saying it?
What
Wait, your last name?
Jones.
Jones. Why do I sing?
Because it says Audia
Audia
4DA.
Yeah. Listen, that is so crazy.
That's okay.
If you go to her Instagram, it is Audia 4DA, right?
Yes.
I was thinking her last name was Forda. But anyway, so happy that you're here. Okay, I'm so happy you're here.
I'm very happy to be here.
And recently, yesterday, I saw you at the Vigil for Nipsey Hussle downtown in Midtown. Shouts out to Trader Truth. That was a great event. It was peaceful, and you actually got up on stage and tell everybody what you were doing.
Yeah, so I just got up on stage and spoke about gun violence,
Right.
talked about, very quickly about criminal justice reform and a lot of things that we need to do as far as pretty much picking up the baton where Nipsey Hussle had left off. If anybody is a fan of his music, he knows that his big hashtag was the marathon continues.
Right.
Like a very hard worker, very educated, just like self-educated, just just from, and I'm talking like I know him, but I used to listen to his music all the time.
Yeah, you talked about it.
Yeah.
How you you had his victory lap
Yeah,
playing
Victory
with
Lap.
your son
Last
in the
2
back
months.
seat, right?
Yes,
Last
2 months, every day straight, and I don't know what it was, but once my husband put me on to Nipsey Hussle
Yeah.
and his music, and he was like, Victory Lap is the truth.
Yeah.
So I started listening to it, and I'd have my 2-year-old son in the back getting ready to drop him off at daycare, and I'd literally listen to the full Victory Lap album
whole
all
time.
the way.
You
to
know
my
what?
office.
I like Nipsey's music, but I was more a fan of what he actually stood for.
Yes.
Like the impact that he left in his community where he grew up.
Yeah.
And I think that was always like, that just stuck with me. Like, and he was just so real and down to earth. Every time he came to Houston, I was always working, so I didn't get a chance to meet him. But like you said, you felt like you knew him.
Right.
So, I thought, tell everybody where you are originally from and give us a little background of how you got into politics and what has led you to run for district attorney.
Okay. So I'm originally from Connecticut. That's where I was born and raised.
Okay.
Basketball was a huge part of my life. Ended up getting a scholarship to play Division I basketball.
What?
Yeah.
I played a little basketball.
Did you?
I wasn't
Okay.
I just did high school.
Okay. I went a
wasn't
little
even random.
further than high school, just a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I played Division I basketball at University of Rhode Island. Ended up tearing my ACL and my Achilles, and I'm like, okay, I won't be the first woman in the NBA. Time to get serious and maybe look at law school. But I just figured I like to watch Judge Mathis and Judge Judy, so I was like, oh, I'm going to go to law school. I don't have any attorneys in my family, but went to law school, actually ended up doing really well. I graduated magna cum laude.
Oh, wow.
I worked at a couple firms while I was in law school.
Which law did you practice?
I did civil. So I actually ended up doing civil, but I tutored for criminal law.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I tutored for criminal law, worked at ExxonMobil right downtown Houston, and then went to clerk at the United States District Court for the District of Columbia.
Oh,
so I did that as a summer clerk. So ended up graduating and went to work on Capitol Hill for Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee.
All right, Sheila.
Yeah, and so I handled her House Judiciary Committee portfolio. And shortly after that, came back to Houston, Texas, and started my own practice and ended up getting a position with the Harris County District Attorney's Office, where I worked there for 4.5 years, and now have left and have since running for District Attorney of Harris County.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That is like an intense resume.
Yeah.
So what drew you to say you wanted to run for district attorney?
Yeah. So I guess to answer your question, politics was never something I really envisioned. I know, that's kind of been like a resounding theme, something I know, but I've never been like, let me be a politician. It was, when I became a prosecutor, there's a stigma surrounding that, especially in a lot of the communities of color.
Yeah.
And I'm a black woman. So, and having family members that are currently tied up in the criminal justice system, what I always tell people, either you can use it for good or you can use it for evil.
Right.
So when I got in there, I just made sure everything I did was for the good.
Right. So you were a prosecutor.
Yes, I was the
Explain
prosecutor.
to people out there, because now, first of all, I think I know it all because I watch SVU.
It's nothing like that.
I know it's not, but I watch SVU and all the criminal shows, and I think I'm on it. But just explain to the people the like what's a prosecutor and district attorney?
Yeah, so a prosecutor essentially enforces the law. So we're the people who carried out, once someone's arrested by the police in Harris County, what's called intake division, and they'll speak with the prosecutor. They'll just run through the facts of what happened, and they'll ask, hey, are you going to take charges? If they say yes, then they will bring the person into jail and process them. If they say no, they have to release that person. So let's say the yes. Now, so as a prosecutor, you work intake, and then you also work in the courts. So you're literally in the court every single day running docket. And what we do is we'll meet with the attorneys, we'll look at the facts of the case, and we'll put offers. So they're usually called recs, or recommendations. And recommendations, depending on what court you're in, for misdemeanor court, the max is 1 year. right? 1 year in the county jail. In felony court, obviously, you're looking at everything up to life in prison or even the possibility of the death penalty.
Wow.
So, and I handled everything, cases that range from traffic tickets all the way up to murder cases. So, you know, we're the ones that, you know, give out the punishment, but the good thing is we can also be the people that give second chances and even third chances when people, you know, when it's necessary. So it's really a position with a lot of power and a lot of authority. So it is an important role.
Wow. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So crazy. So our whole judicial system, like I was looking at your Instagram page. I know I'm an Instagram stalker.
Okay.
And why I had no idea, which it didn't surprise me, that we have the most prisoners here in Texas.
Yes, we do.
Like even to this date?
Yes, even to this day. And even if you look at my Instagram, the United States as a whole, I believe since it's around the 1980s, that's when we almost like quadrupled in the number of prisoners. So we have 5% of the world's population here in the United States.
Oh my God.
But we house 25% of the world's population of prisoners. So, you know, it's become a cyclical thing where, you know, what we see and what I started to see as a prosecutor is we have the same types of people that were coming to court every single day. A lot of them were people of color. A lot of them were people who are poor, have a drug addiction, mental illness, and it was people that were in there for nonviolent offenses.
And okay, and let's pause right there because how do we even begin to fix that or to change that with all these loopholes of laws that we don't even know about? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And because I'm tired of looking up and you see a prisoner coming out 20 years of wrongfully being accused, but dang, you didn't accuse this man of 20 years. Some people are locked up for weed. Some people are locked up for like stupid stuff for like these maximum amount of years.
Right. And on the flip side, we have millionaires who are selling the weed
who
now.
are selling the weed.
Yeah. So I think that's a good question.
How does that work?
So I think, you know, especially with people our age and people that live in the communities I just talked about, the first thing is the leadership that we have, being aware of who we are electing into these positions. Because, you know, for so long, people really don't understand, you know, oh, it doesn't matter who I, you know, select or vote for, or I'm not going to vote. It is, I don't know how else to say it. It is so important to vote. You have to get out and vote. It makes a difference. And if, you know, we didn't see that in the last presidential election, go down to Alabama and go to the lynching museum where they talked about the number of black people that were lynched for voting or organizing voting. But again, it's so important to know who you have in leadership. And a lot of those issues that I just discussed with you and the ones that you brought up as far as people being in there for 20 years and wrongfully convicted, that is stuff that, you know, no system's perfect, but a lot of that can be avoided, you know, if you have somebody in those positions, the right people in that type of position.
You know what, even in the business that I'm in, sometimes it's just the wrong people in the right positions.
Correct.
That irritates me.
Yeah.
Especially in this entertainment business. So I'm sure in every business. But we'll get back to how important voting is when you tell everybody what you have going on and where they could catch you. But I just want to get into like some like two little quick questions. So what can you just give us something like an obstacle that you had to overcome to push yourself to get to that next level of you know, where you are. I know you're a mom.
Yes.
I'm a mom. I know how that is, juggling that and doing all that. So just what was that one thing, or I'm sure like I have more, but can you just what was that one thing, because this can probably help somebody else.
The one like big obstacle.
Hey, like an obstacle. We keep it real.
I think, you know, I think the biggest obstacle so many of us have is just like mentally. Mentally. I know, you know, what I will say is, you know, I thank God every day for my husband. He is amazing.
We have a picture of the husband, their family.
Okay.
So,
you know, he really, even before we got married, when we were dating, he was just my best friend, and he always used to push me. And I remember that. Like, there were times where I call him in D.C., and I'm like, I'm eating off the dollar menu. You know, there are days for
Yeah.
a long time I couldn't afford my car insurance. I was hiding my car in
me.
DC. I'm like,
Oh.
hopefully nobody comes back to get me. But I was hiding my car because I drove around. I was riding dirty,
Hey,
literally.
riding dirty. I get it. I do it.
I was
have.
renting a room in. I mean, to this day, I cannot tell you who lived in the basement. To this day, I cannot tell you that. But and at that point, I was already a lawyer. So this was, and I was a waitress in DC, and I was working on Capitol Hill during the day. I had actually failed the bar exam the first time.
Wow.
So I will say my road was never been
So that
super
was
easy.
it.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
So so often, you know, even when I'm sure that you talk to younger people or when you're out talking, you know, even this next generation coming up, we tell them to dream big,
Yeah.
but we don't tell them what it takes.
Correct.
And it's not an instant overnight
No.
type of thing.
Well, I'm
and
sure
it's
you
like
know that.
Oh yeah, it's like a grind and a hustle.
Yeah.
Like we just got through talking in every field, it's a hustle and a grind.
Right,
if
right.
you really want to get to that top.
Correct.
So yeah, man, so interesting.
Yeah. Well, I think, you know, at the end of the day, I'm sure you know it, you know, you've done so well in your career, but what did they say? Everybody sees the tip of the iceberg, that success, but they never see like the years of work and what you have to put into it, what you have to go through it. I mean, yeah, I'm sure as a female DJ, I think we talked about it, is just having people being negative, telling you can't do it, sit down, just wait your turn. And I had people telling me that my whole life, whether it was basketball, whether it was, you know, going after my law degree, I was always told, sit down, wait your turn, wait till someone gives you permission. And the one thing that I've always strove on, and that's how music is such a big part of my life, and that's why I love people who have something more behind themselves than just the music, because it's inspiring to be like, oh, they did it and they're talking about on their music. Let me listen to that in the morning. That'll get me going. But
that's
like
a good segue into my next question.
Okay.
Because I want to know and let everybody know what is, well, two questions, two music questions, and then we're going to end it. What is your top, who is in your top 5?
Oh, top 5.
Top five.
I know number 1 is definitely Starlito. I love Starlito. I'll break them down, so that'll give me 2. So I'll give Starlito, you know, what was it? Cold Turkey, and Black Sheep Don't Grin. My favorite. Don Tripp, so Step Brothers, I'll give them that too.
So you are like a music. So
and that's because of my husband. That's because of my husband.
So you love music.
I do.
Man, so what does your husband do?
He's a judge. He's actually a judge here in Harris County. Yeah, he's the same way. You know, we're Judge Deshaun Jones, the 180th Criminal Court. Yeah. So, you know, we just really realized, you know, at the end of the day, with the kids and having a family and seeing our other friends in the community, if you don't stand up to do what's right, you can't wait for Superman. It was like that movie, Waiting on Superman.
Yeah.
And sometimes you just have to step up, put your own cape on, and save the day. And, you know, I'm like, at the end of the day, if I take an L, I take an L.
You take an L.
The goal is not to, but I'm not beholden to anything. So I'm not afraid of losing in public. And I don't think you ever lose. I think you win or you learn.
Yeah,
you win or you learn. So, you know.
I learned from that.
But so Starlito, Don Tripp, definitely Nipsey Hussle, hit that number 3. God, I'm like, you said 5.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll give it to Trey the Truth.
Yeah, okay.
Because Trey the Truth has a lot of substance behind him, and just a great person.
Yeah. You know, Trey's been doing it like for a long time. Even before, like I've seen him. Like I'm not surprised. Later, he might run for some political office.
He
okay,
should.
so 2 more.
2 more. Okay, God, you're making it so tough on me. 2 more.
Insert Jeopardy music.
I know. I'm like,
okay, I know, right?
That's a bad thing. I listen to the same thing over and over again.
With me too.
I'll just give it to Willie D. I really like him. I met him the other day. Ghetto Boys.
He was a guest on here. I love Willie. Oh yeah, he was my first guest.
Awesome. So you got good people.
Willie.
You keep good people around you.
Yeah. Any females?
Yes.
Who you listening?
Monica.
Love
Monica. I
love Monica too.
Yeah.
You know, I love Monica. And then what are you listening to? What pumps you up? What pumps you up in the mornings?
Oh, you want to know what
Yeah, I
really
want to know
listen
what
to?
you really listen to in the morning.
I have this app on my phone, and it's called Holy Bible. I'm serious. And it pulls up the verse of the day. And the first thing I do when I roll over, and if my husband comes out, I'll just play it. So both of us will listen to it.
Audio.
It's audio. You can play it.
I want to hear.
It's the Holy Bible. You can pull it up. So I listen to the verse of the day before I start listening to my ratchet music.
So it's Bible and then trap.
Bible and trap music. All in the same morning. I'm talking about as soon as I get out of the shower, trap music. Trap music is on. Yeah.
Man, I think that I am going to do whatever I can to pump up your campaign.
Well, thank you so much.
I love your energy.
Thanks.
Every time, even yesterday, when I saw it, I was
yeah.
But let everybody know of some important dates.
Yeah. Okay.
Let everybody know your campaign.
Okay.
And where is the next place that they could catch you?
Oh, yeah, definitely. So the next place that we actually are going to be canvassing every weekend.
Wow.
And our focus is every Saturday. So this Saturday, we're going out to, I think it's 6001, what's the street? Do you know? Hillcroft.
Okay.
6001 Hillcroft.
Okay.
We'll be out there from 12 to 2.
Okay.
Last week we were at OST and Scott Street, right?
Yeah, that's right there.
McDonald's, South Lawn.
That's
and that's the thing. We want to be in areas where the people, the community is affected the most by the criminal justice system, but everybody always seems to look past them. So, that's what we want to do different. We want to bring humanity back to the criminal justice system. So every weekend, if you want to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, it's Audia4DA, and that's Audia, A-U-D-I-A, 4 F-O-R-D-A, not Florida.
I know, Florida.
I love that, though.
Oh, that's the new last name.
I love that. And then you can follow us as well. Check out our website is www.audiajones.com. We will need donations. It does take money to run a campaign. As much as we love pushing everything out there, if you can donate $5, $3, whatever it is, $10, skip a coffee for the day and donate to something to make Harris County a better place for everybody. That would be so much appreciated. Plus, we are going to have some T-shirts available, some buttons for sale. We have an event coming up April 8th, Monday,
okay.
April 8th. It's Coffee with the Candidate.
Oh man, we should have had that flyer.
Yeah, we do. We have that flyer.
Put it up.
Okay,
well,
we can put it up.
We can
put it on
out,
social media.
Yeah, we'll put it on social media.
But if you come out, free coffee, free
Where's
biscotti.
it gonna be?
It's at Blonde Biscotti. It's 1000 West Gray Street, Blonde
right
Biscotti.
there.
Yes,
Blonde
delicious.
Biscotti.
Yeah,
Okay.
7 a.m. to 10 a.m. Come out there, buy a T-shirt, come meet me, ask me whatever questions.
That's
DJ
Sunday
Superstar.
morning.
That's Monday morning.
Oh, Monday morning.
Monday morning, right before you drop the kids off.
Yeah, at work. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh, that's gonna be real cool.
Yep. So 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. So that's what's coming up next, and we'll be doing a lot around the community and looping DJ Superstar in.
Yes, I'm
love
so
her.
down. And you know what, too, y'all? I was thinking that the election was in November, but it's actually March the 3rd, 2020.
Correct.
So I applaud you for starting a whole year early.
Yeah.
And that's what I love. Now I have a whole newfound respect because you're starting a whole year.
Yeah.
That's how serious you are.
Yes.
And that's, like I always say it wrong, proper preparation prevents whatever.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Anyway.
Okay.
Anyway, hey, you're prepared.
When preparation meets opportunity.
Yeah, well, that, and then
okay,
it's
that's what I have.
The 4 P's or whatever. But anyway,
okay.
I am behind you, and I am
so
so
much.
happy. I'm excited for your change.
Thank you.
And we could flash your website one more time. And just one more time, tell everybody where they could catch you. Okay?
Yes, catch us on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter at Audia4DA. Or on the website at www.audiajones.com. You can sign up to volunteer if you'd like to host a party. We'd love that. We will be canvassing every single weekend. If there's an area or a neighborhood that you think needs a voice that doesn't have a voice, please reach out to us, and we will definitely get some boots on the ground in those areas as well, so we can get feedback from you.
Hey, you definitely have me on board, and I'm gonna tell everybody on board. Listen, thank y'all for tuning in for another episode of She Got the Juice. My girl Audia definitely does have the juice. Make sure you vote March 3rd, 2020, Audia Jones for DA, all right? Keep subscribing. Follow your girl at I Am DJ Superstar. Until next time, I'm out.